When you first think about doing two-point perspective and drawing something like a box or a house or anything like that, of course you're going to have 2 points on the vanishing point. Two vanishing points, I'm sorry, two vanishing points on the horizon line. So this is the horizon line, and these are the 2 points on the horizon line. Now what you'll see is maybe a front edge of the box, and then if it's right here, it shows it's perpendicular, or it has a 90-degree angle right here. And then you want to imagine a dashed line going to the vanishing points. First starting on the bottom, then also on the top, coming down to the vanishing point. Try to watch the angle so that its head straight for the vanishing point. And then on the other side, oops, the other side heading straight down towards that vanishing point. You don't have to worry about being precise. Once you clean up the edges, it'll look much more presentable. Now, the edge of the box is going to be parallel with the front edge. So the right edge will be parallel, so it comes down here straight. And then the left edge of it will also be parallel, so it comes down here straight. Now, you want to be able to see the bottom of the house or the floating house or the box. And so the same thing applies where from the left edge on the bottom, it heads towards the right vanishing point. And then on the right edge of the box or the bottom of the house, it heads for the left vanishing point. Okay. So now you've established pretty much the box shape, and you can fill in. Now you can go back and fill in the solid line. To establish more of the shape that you're looking for. Okay, so you have a linear drawing. Now one to think about is, okay, so where is the sun coming from? In this case, I have the sun shining down from the left side. So you have to establish values then on the box. The lightest one is going to be 1, and then the next darkest value will be the side opposite the sun, and then you can establish a third dark value or a third value on the bottom of the box. So 1, 2, and 3. So a neat thing that can happen is, say you just very lightly shade in the 1 value on this side, and then when you go to shade in on 2, you can do kind of what I call a flicking motion, where you establish more of a dark edge on one side and I'm flicking to the right. So more of a dark hard edge right here, flicking to the right, and it kind of, the lines kind of vanish. You can always go back and you can add some extra lines to fill in if you want a little more of a tone on that side. And then on the bottom of the box, the floating box or house, you can do the same thing. You can create an edge, and then you can flick, thinking like away from the side of this, where the sun is, flicking away. So it's pretty critical that your tones are different. And so 1 is the lightest, 2 is the next to the darkest, 3 is the absolute darkest. And pretty soon you start to get what looks like a three-dimensional object. Now, of course, there are other things you can consider, like a shadow on the surface, or maybe even a shadow to the right of the object. If the object casts a shadow on something to its right, then you can create a shadow on the right side. So pretty much this is a 2-point perspective, and having to deal with the light source and then creating value.